One day all scars will fade away, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to imagine for a moment a scar, not just on your skin, but in your soul, a scar from betrayal, a scar from loss, a scar from failure, a scar from a season you thought would kill you, but didn't. The truth is, scars are proof of two things. You survived the wound. You were not left where you fell. And yet, I've got good news for you today. One day, all scars will fade away. Scars are evidence, not identity. When Jesus rose from the dead, he still had scars in his hands. Why? To prove he had been through the battle. But notice, the scars no longer hurt. They were no longer wounds. They were testimonies. Your scars are not there to define who you are. They are there to remind you of who God is. The enemy will try to keep you looking at them as shame, but heaven looks at them as evidence of his faithfulness. Healing is a process, but wholeness is a promise. A scar means healing has already taken place. The wound closed, the pain subsided, but God's kingdom promise is not just healing, it's wholeness. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. That is the future reality of the kingdom when the King returns. He will remove not just the pain, but even the memory of it. Don't hide your scars, use them, you see. A scar is a silent sermon. Someone's deliverance might depend on you being honest about your scars. If God brought you through abuse, through bankruptcy, through depression, you don't keep that in the dark. You lift it up and say, "This is proof of the God who heals." But also remember, the scar that helps someone today will one day not even be needed, because the eternal kingdom will remove the very record of the wound. I want to leave you with this. Scars fade in the light of eternity. One day you will stand in the presence of the King, and not only will the pain be gone, the very mark will be gone. So walk with hope. Endure with faith. Speak with courage, because no matter how deep the cut, one day, all scars will fade away. If you'd like, I can also rewrite this in full Miles Monroe pulpit cadence with his signature rhythm, emphasis, and repetition style, so it sounds like you're hearing him live. That version will feel more like he's speaking directly to the congregation. Scars are proof of survival, not symbols of defeat. A scar means the wound is no longer open. You survived what was meant to destroy you. Many confuse scars with weakness, but in the kingdom of God, scars are trophies of victory. They speak louder than your words. I've been through the fire, and I came out alive. Kingdom principle. A scar is the evidence of God's sustaining power in your past. Instead of resenting your scars, acknowledge them as reminders that you are still standing because of His grace. Pain may be temporary, but purpose is eternal. God never wastes pain. Every scar tells a story, and that story is often connected to your assignment. The moment you understand that your past wounds have a purpose in God's kingdom, the scar becomes a ministry tool instead of a memory trap. Kingdom principle, Romans 8:28, all things work together for good, means even your deepest wound has a divine function. Ask God, what is the assignment of this scar? That question transforms pain into purpose. Healing is a process, but wholeness is a promise. A scar says, the healing has already started. But God's promise doesn't stop with partial recovery. In His eternal kingdom, there will be a day when even the mark of the pain is erased. Revelation 21, 4 promises that He will remove every tear, every pain, every mark. Kingdom principle, in time God heals, in eternity God makes all things new. Be patient with your healing process now, knowing that full wholeness is guaranteed in eternity. Your scars are someone else's survival guide. Someone needs to see your scars to believe they can make it. Jesus showed His hands to Thomas, not for His own sake, but so that Thomas could believe. Your testimony can be the bridge for someone else's faith. Kingdom principle: testimonies are scars that speak life to others. Application: stop hiding your past battles. Share them as proof that God can deliver anyone. The day is coming when scars will no longer be needed in this life. Scars help us remember God's faithfulness and help others see hope. But in the next life, there will be no need for reminders because we will be in the very presence of the King. In that moment, scars fade into glory. Kingdom principle: the ultimate hope of the believer is not just survival, but complete transformation in the eternal kingdom. Application: live with your eyes on eternity. Let the hope of that day carry you through today's pain.